So, this is not the video I intended to record today, but this is the video that I was called to record today. So, 2026, I'm learning to follow my intuition a little bit more and allow myself quiet moments to actually hear voices that are guiding me. So, this video is going to be about foam rolling. Now, I think a lot of people avoid foam rolling because they don't understand why to do it, and then technically they don't understand how to do it. So you see people doing it, you're just like, maybe that's for them. I don't need to be doing that. No, we all can benefit from it. So that's the first misconception I'd like to go ahead and nip in the bud. So I'll give you a visual. So let's say you have, think about headphones with wires or just cables, something we all can relate to. So something in the cable. The cable is all tied up in knots, okay? So you want to untangle it. But instead of undoing the knots, you just start to pull pieces apart. So now you're actually making the knots tighter and even more difficult to untangle, right? However, had you spent time undoing the knots first and then straighten it out, you get the full stretch and the full length of the cable, right? So same thing with your muscles. When you just hop right into stretching and you have a lot of tightness already in your body, you're kind of just making those knots even tighter. So what foam rolling does, it allows those knots in your body to be essentially untangled. So when you go into your stretches, now your muscles are actually stretching to their full length. Do you need to use a foam roller to do this? No. You can get a massage. You can use a hand massage gun. There's really any kind of thing that's going to get into your muscles and break them up. Foam rolling just happens to be the most accessible and the most affordable for most people. So that's why you have them. And that's why they're free at your local gyms. So if you got a gym membership, find these and use them. Okay, so let's talk about how to do this. Let me put my hair up. Now, another reason a lot of people don't like to foam roll is because it does involve a little upper body strength because you have to support yourself, right? So you need strength of your wrists, strength of your upper body. So sometimes you might not have that. You can use a wall for some movements or, use the ground or whatever. So I'll give variations. So let's start with the calves, okay? So I'm going to put the foam roller underneath my calves. This is where the upper body strength comes from. So from here, you're going to push off the ground, lift your butt off the floor, and now you can just use your hips, your body to rock back and forth, giving your calves a nice massage, okay? If you don't have that upper body support, 2 is too difficult, put one leg here, use your leg to help lift you up, and then roll with this one. So do one at a time. So where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? And you want to just apply as much pressure if you need. If your calves are super tight and putting a lot of pressure actually hurts, then, ease up a little bit. Lift your foot up a little bit so that you're not putting so much pressure on it. So, usually maybe 5 times back and forth is all you need. You don't have to do this too long. 15 seconds per muscle group is sufficient. Okay? So what you do to one, you got to do to the other. You can really foam roll anything, but just like massage, a massage therapist will tell you should never be massaging someone's bones, right? That's painful. So same with this. Like I wouldn't foam roll my shins because that's all bone. That's going to be painful. You just want to massage your muscles, okay? So from here, I'm going to take it to my hamstrings now, back of the leg. Same thing. If you got the upper body strength, then you can do them both at the same time. That's great. Just go up and down. If you need to do one at a time, then same thing. Put your foot on the floor. Rock back and forth. Do one leg at a time. So sometimes you have to adjust the foam roller so you can get the full length of your hamstrings. Some people's hamstrings are longer than others. Okay. Nice. All right, perfect. Moving on up. So next we got our glutes. So I'm going to sit on these. Now these you typically can do at the same time. It's kind of hard to do one glute at a time. But you just sit use your feet to rock back and forth. And if the pressure, like the weight of your body is too much, then use your hands to lift up off the foam roller a little bit to give yourself a more gentler massage. Okay? You can also use tennis balls or any kind of hard-ish round object as well, if you don't have one of these. Okay. Now sometimes, so I just got the middle of my glute, but sometimes I want to get the side of my glute too, so I'll just slightly shift my body to the side and roll up a little bit more. So bigger your glutes are, more surface area you got to work with. So just make sure you hit it at all angles. Now you may also be wondering, okay, when do I do this? I'd say before you work out. So there's a flow. So this right now is called inhibiting your muscles, and stretching is called lengthening your muscles. So you want to inhibit first, do something like this, then stretch out your muscles, so lengthen those muscles, and then after that you want to activate any underactive muscles. That could be something like holding a glute bridge, the other side, or some scapular rotations. Maybe I'll do a different video. That's a great idea. So I'll do part 1 this video, part 2 I'll do some stretches, and then part 3 I'll do some activation. So look at me, just got 3 videos out of 1. Okay. You can do it afterwards too. So with that flow, then after the activation, you can do your workout, and then when you finish working out, you can stretch again, maybe foam roll again if you feel like your workout tightened up some of your muscles. Okay, so I've essentially done the entire back of my body. So now I'm going to do the sides. The sides are a little more complicated. In the IT band, it's a very sensitive area. So this is this is always going to hurt and be tender. I've yet to meet a person whose IT band doesn't bother them when they do this. So if you're a unique case, go ahead and comment and let me know. Okay, so now you're going to flip on your side, using the weight of your arm to support you. And then you're just slowly going to roll up and down your IT band. Now, I've done this so much that it's no longer as tender for me, but I do still get certain tender spots. Okay, so I'm using my back leg as support and just moving my hips up and down, using my arm as well to help support this. Okay, and then if you can't even, really lift your body up, you can keep your hips on the ground and maybe just try to utilize, roll up and down the ground instead of hovering, if that makes sense. So make sure you're on something smooth where your body can easily slide. Okay, so I'm done that side. Let's do my other IT band. Yeah, nice. This one was a little tighter. Okay, that's enough of that one. Now I'll get the inner thighs. This is always a little awkward. I'm sure you've seen a guy at the gym doing this one and thought, what the H? But so you kind of want to hover the foam roller a little bit. I'm going to do my right leg first. So your left leg, you're going to just straighten out, and then you're going to shift your weight to your left side. Okay, so that your right leg is propped up on the foam roller, like I have so. And then I just put both my forearms on the ground, and I rock my body side to side to really get the entire length of my inner thigh. I might need to adjust it, so I'm going to slide this back a little bit so I can get full range. And wherever you feel tighter, just stay in the area a little bit longer. So for me, the closer I get to my groin, the tighter and the more tender it is. So I'll actually stay there a little longer and roll here a little bit. Because the closer I get to my knee, it doesn't feel tight. But my inner thigh, yeah, super tight always. I don't know why. I think it's genetic. Okay. And then you can shift your leg back and like get your hip flexors. So this muscle that kind of roams right through your pelvic bone. So that I can get the front of my hip flexor as well. So yeah, like I said, you can play with this in all different types of angles to get all different types of muscles. We have a lot of muscles in our body, so okay, shift to the other side. Yeah. Same thing. Okay, I'll stay on this inner thigh a little longer as well. Okay, nice. So almost done with the lower body. Just gotta do my quads now, front of the thighs. So I'm gonna roll this horizontal now. Push back. Okay. I'm gonna put it at my knees on the forearms here, and then I'm just gonna roll back and forth. So this is utilizing my core strength a little bit. I'm kind of against this wall, so I can also like push against the wall for some momentum. But yeah, and then if the strength isn't there, again, just slide this over to one side and, do one leg at a time and leave your other leg on the ground. So you have some variations. All right. So that completes lower body, the lower extremity. Now we're going to go to upper body. So back. 2 ways of doing this. You can do it horizontal. Put it on your lower back first. Come into a bridge position so your feet flat on the ground. Lift your glutes off the ground. And then you can just roll back and forth. So again, this is going to involve a little bit of core strength. Alternatively, you can put your arms on the ground and kind of use that for extra support. Roll up and down this way. Me personally, I like a more side-to-side back foam roll, so I'll put mine to go along my spine. And I actually do this on the wall. I don't like doing it on the floor, but for video purposes, I will. Okay, so same thing. Lift my glutes up off the floor. So instead of rolling back and forth, which can be a little difficult, I'll just roll side to side. So roll side this way, side this way. Getting my lats and all that good stuff. Try not to roll my hair. That actually happens a lot. Okay, so just doing that a few times, back and forth. And so on the wall, you would just put the foam roller on the wall, put your back on the foam roller, and then do the same thing. Okay. So that's the back. Chest, I have never done on the floor. So I'll usually put this on a wall, apply my chest to it, and I'll just like roll up and down that way. I can try to do this on the ground. let's see. Should have thought this through, but again, it's not a planned video. Okay, so let's see. I guess if you put it on your upper chest, maybe arms out in front of you, and then you can roll up and down like so. It's a little awkward, but I can get her done. But yeah, I don't really like this. I like the wall better. Okay, that essentially gets all the major muscles. Things like your shoulders and arms, I wouldn't recommend using the foam roller. I would use like a small ball, for example, and use the wall. So you can imagine this is a ball. So I could put the ball here, put my shoulder against it, and like roll up and down to get my shoulder, biceps, triceps, things like that. So, okay, so yes, so that is what foam rolling is, how to do foam rolling and why we do it. So hopefully this helps you on your fitness journey this year, so you're not injuring your muscles by trying to stretch them when they're already so tight and condensed. Stay tuned for the next video because I will do how to stretch your body now that you have done this foam rolling. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Give me that wonderful thumbs up. I'd highly appreciate it. The knowledge we gain is powerful, but it's knowledge we share that makes a difference. So please share this video with someone who could use this in their routine. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.